Alright guys, so let's get the bad boy started this morning. I got the fuel prepped, carburetor top off so I can kind of see what's going on. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing to turn over. Alright guys, so it looks like I'm not getting any spark in the distributor. I checked it out, got fuel coming out of each spark plug area, so there's fuel getting there, just not getting the spark. Pulled out a spark plug to try to arc it against the body and there was nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a different distributor, see if that's fixed the problem, and a different coil to go along with it. I went with this, I think it was a VW10, or I believe that's what it was called, electronic distributor. I think it may have a problem, or it just may not be arcing in the right spot. So I may even have this in the wrong location. So let me go ahead and see if maybe that's what's going on, and we'll go from there. Alright, so I think what I traced it down to, distributor might be still good. I think it's the coil that's bad. Took this lead off, put it to the frame, there wasn't even a spark. So I think that's what's going bad. So I'm going to see if I can get a replacement coil for this. If I can't, then I'll just get a whole new distributor and coil. So let's see what we can do.
So guys, I just want to give a big shout out to Duckman Cycles. The guy's awesome. He basically helped me troubleshoot this guy. He's basically told me to go back to the basics and just to take it one step at a time, and that's pretty much what I did. And what I found out was I grounded the coil out. So basically the coil needs to be grounded, but to the body of the coil, not to the negative side of the coil. So what went on, and I'll show you here in a minute, I took the positive from the coil, went to my distributor, and then went the negative back from the coil, or excuse me, back from the distributor back to the coil, and which is all great, but I went ahead and put a ground lead off of that negative to the body. And what that was doing was completing the circuit before the distributor had a chance to complete the circuit. So what happened was I wasn't getting any fire out or any spark out of the coil. So thanks again to Duckman Cycles. I'll put his link down below. But anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look at the car, and I'll show you what I did to solve the issue. So this is, I know it's just a quick setup, but basically I have my 12-volt power lead. Right now I have it unplugged because I'm not going to start it. It's late at night, but I will start it this Saturday. 12-volt power lead goes to this lead right here, which is positive. I got this red lead that goes to the electronic distributor down inside, and then there's a black lead that comes back and goes to the negative side of the coil. So from that point, I took a ground lead, which was right here, and I put it to the negative side of the coil, which in theory would be great, but what was happening was I was completing the circuit between positive and negative of the coil and not going through the coil, through the distributor, back to the coil. So what I noticed when I put, so I got one of these spark plug testers When I put that on, as soon as I flip the switch to bring power to the coil, I get a small light flicker on this, but that's it, and then it'll turn off. So once I unhooked that negative, this light went on solid and stayed on. So that's basically what I had to do. So again, thanks to Duckman Cycles for basically taking me back to the basics, and just taking it one step at a time, checking out the wires, making sure everything's good, make sure this is properly grounded and hooked up. Just went through one step at a time and got it to fire up. Just for a quick second this evening. I don't want to run it too much, but this Saturday I'll start it up for you guys.
Alright guys, as promised, I wanted to start up Night Owl on Saturday, and here it is Saturday, so let's go ahead and get it started. So she runs. That's awesome. Now I just got to double check all of the timing on it and make sure that it's running properly. Sounds like it's running a little high, and it actually smells a little rich, but I could be wrong about that. So let me just look into all that and see where we're at. Thanks guys for watching.